Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys, losers a week ago, trying to turn things around here. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. Oh, look at the juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On fourth down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Richardson's pass complete to Michael Wilson.
3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. All right, rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Good footwork at the 30. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
Handoff for Warren. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
Here's 3rd and 9.
And it brings up 3rd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for DK Metcalf.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Browns offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd down and 13. Now Richardson back to throw it. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And the Steeler.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Rodgers pass.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll be a loss loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Defensively
on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are? They come into the NFL now.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Richardson looking to throw this. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Richardson to throw. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers going to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here's Corliss Waitman now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Richardson working from the gun. This pass complete to Higgins. To the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 44.
Now it's Richardson. This one is complete to Jenkins. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Brown.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Back to the air with Richardson. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
That's good for a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Richardson. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
At the 13-yard
For the shotgun, Richardson. And this throw incomplete. And a defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Richardson. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
25-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Jermaine Burton. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the rookie, Omarion Hampton. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Chargers find a way. They win it by a point. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He'll look to get the yards himself on the scramble, and he got those yards and more. Off he goes. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, just one touchdown on the board. 7-0 is the score as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who... Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Richardson off the play fake. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Richardson. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Intended for Xavier.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Both sides searching for adjustments. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of 1st down. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Throwing is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
1st down, Steelers.
Here's one. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside, nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up fourth down.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Richardson.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 3.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 9 and it moves the chains.
That's good for a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Richardson. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Derek Harmon in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5. Once again, Jenkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They'll run it, Warren. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The Steelers will line up for the
Rodgers will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw out play action. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
18. Browns 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Richardson to throw again after the pick six. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
And Richardson back to throw it. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Brings up 2nd
and
and
inside run with Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Richardson looking to throw this. That is caught. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 18. And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Richardson to throw it. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
Here's Richardson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Cousins. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 6-yard line.
Richardson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Jenkins. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and goal.
Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. We've seen him do this many times in green and gold. Now he'll try to do it in black and gold. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers down 21-18. 23 seconds to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Got his man, it's Woods. And he will get to the sideline here, but that, a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Rodgers to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Well, and that is incomplete. 1 final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
On the sideline, he's got Austin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It was a long shot, but they did get 1 final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown there, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing 1 jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Cleveland, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.